U.S. President-elect Donald Trump's decision to withdraw from the Trans-Pacific Partnership is expected to significantly affect economic policy in the Asia-Pacific region. It's one reason why world leaders focus so heavily on trade and investment liberalization at this year's APEC summit. Our Connie Kim sat down with the executive director of the APEC Secretariat for some of his insights.
Thank you, Dr. Alan Bollard, Executive Director of the APEC Secretariat, for sitting down with us today. Now, this year's APEC summit comes amid global concerns of U.S.-led protectionism, and of course, trade liberalization was a big hot topic here. Do you believe the summit served as an opportunity for leaders to respond to such concerns?
Yes, around the room this time, there's been a common concern about some of the news coming through from Europe and the United States. Could we be seeing a slowdown in globalization? Could we be seeing a start-up in trade protection? And all the leaders said they did not want to see that. Whatever the mechanisms, we want to see trade and investment liberalisation going forward because it's brought a lot of good to the whole region and that can continue. So they were all swapping ideas about how to do that, and generally speaking I think they agreed that we do need some slightly different policies, and we do need to talk about them a lot better than we have in the past.
So U.S. scrapped its efforts to push for the TPP deal with Trump being elected for the new U.S. president, and the focus shifted to the China-led free trade agreement. How do you think this is going to change the whole economic policy in the region?
Well, focus changed to China and U.S. free trade area, Asia and the Pacific. It does have the potential to change things. It's understood that we won't actually know what US economic policy is going to look like for some time with the new administration. We're just going to have to be prepared to wait to see how clear that is. There's a general hope that that will still be understanding the benefits that are there and the future benefits that should be there from new globalisation, but knowing that we have to explain those better. So we still see APEC as being important. Maybe it's more important than ever, because if those formal trade agreements like TTP don't go ahead, then APEC, with its voluntary, consensus, incremental, everybody has to agree, slower but better way of checking out new ideas, that could be much more important than in the past.
And last but not least, APEC members had set a goal of free and open trade and investment by 2020. Are we on the right track, and what more efforts do you think need to be made?
Yeah, we're on the right track, but actually we're not quite as far along that track as we would like to be. We've just done a midterm review of that. We've still got a little way to go. Some areas really good progress, things like structural reform and some of those changes. But tariffs in agriculture are still very high, and actually slow down and reduction in tariffs in some other areas as well. So we still have got a long way to go, but some of the new stuff, the new globalisation, is on things like services. So it's not so much tariffs and borders and customs. It's about things like telecommunications, data movements, electronic commerce, and that takes us into a slightly different area, but a pretty interesting one, which is growing hugely.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bollard, for sitting down with us today, and we hope to see you next year in Vietnam. Thank you.